Public consultations concerning land and its management have been the limelight for the development of the Grenada National Land Policy, which began in earnest in 2017. The draft is now before Cabinet for recommendations or approval. Acting Chief Land Use Officer in the Ministry of Agriculture, Trevor Thompson, says the major challenge in developing the policy has been that most lands are privately owned. He says this makes Grenada different from other Caribbean countries, with government owning the smallest share, less than 10% of the lands in Grenada. Thompson says further consultations and reviews were held after the experts would have collated the draft policy, which was submitted to government in August 2018.
Those consultations included meeting with the legal fraternity, which had major concerns concerning title, transfer of lands, etc. The public in public consultation at different parts of the island, and then all stakeholders that concern land, including inland revenue, cadastral survey, agriculture, forestry, and tourism.
The Chief Land Use Officer highlights that draft legislation also accompanied the land policy, which would ground the policy within the laws of Grenada. He says the policy is not a land zoning policy, however it covers the management of the limited lands Grenada has.
The main factors that guided the decision to go with a land management policy was one, the challenges we face for housing, the issue of agriculture, the need for lands for agriculture, for food production, food security, and the issue of land for development.
Thompson says a number of considerations had to be taken into account, such as family burial grounds, location of cemeteries, and garbage disposal sites.
It talks about having a comprehensive database of all land use types, of all different parcels of land, and having recommendations in what is the best use for those lands. So some will have to remain under forests, some could be used for agriculture, some are suitable for recreation use, etc.
He foresees another 2 years before the land policy can be enacted, with the legislation to be passed in Parliament and the public's review of the approved policy. I am Gerald Joseph for GBN News.